Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of MT Talk. Today, I wanted to talk about a life situation that I think most people go through. I certainly went through it myself, and therefore, I can share with a lot of conviction and clarity what I did in this situation, and hopefully, it helps you. So, the situation I'm talking about is when people, doing their jobs or business or earning livelihood in whatever they're doing, sometimes get this feeling that, I'm kind of bored with what I do. I don't enjoy it. I don't like it, but I'm kind of stuck in it because this job, this business pays for my livelihood needs, pays my bills and mortgages, loans and EMIs and all that. So I'm doing it for those reasons, but I'm really not enjoying what I'm doing, and I want to change careers. I want to do something that's really close to my heart or my heart's calling. But we don't know how to make those decisions because we're scared of losing the security of a stable job and a recurring income. And we're also not very clear how to make the decisions about the switch, how to choose the career options, what to do, right? And there are many things going on in our head. How do you prioritize? How do we know which one is the right one, and so forth, right? So when I went through that process myself 5 years ago in 2015, I used this approach, and therefore I'm sharing this with you, right? When I talked to my master and asked for guidance, the first thing he said is, uh, if you have something in your heart that you want to do that, picture yourself doing that in the future and see how it feels. Check your feeling. And so I did that, and it sounded very simple and too simple to be practical, but I trust my master. I love him. So I did that, and I wanted to be a teacher. After 20 years of management consulting career around the world, I wanted to be a teacher, work with young children and youth, and transfer or share all the wisdom principles I learned from my master to the youth of the world. So that's what I wanted to do as a heart's calling, or my next career choice as a teacher. Not career choice, but something I wanted to do. So I placed myself in the future and saw myself teaching kids around the world, sharing what I learned from my master, and I felt really, really good. In my heart, I felt really good. So that feeling was a good indicator that, that's a good choice to make. But then, mind comes and says, well, you're feeling good about it, and out of excitement and enthusiasm, you may make that decision. But what if few months from now, you're not as excited, as enthusiastic, you don't feel like that's really your heart's calling, and you want to do something else, you want to go back to your management consulting career. So the mind comes and creates all those doubts. Why lose a great secured income source where you're earning hundreds of thousands of dollars? So mind comes and does all those things, but don't discount the feeling. Also, at the same time, don't take any decision out of haste. Find a balance where, while continuing your stable job, find a way to test out if this calling is true, right? So in short, don't do a direct cutoff from what you're doing and then jump into something that feels good. So find a way to do it part-time or spend some time doing that until you kind of feel convinced in your heart that, yes, this also pays for my livelihood, maybe not as much, but I'm happier. Seems like this is something that I can sustain and feel good about, and shift careers without compromising on the needs of my loved ones and my dependents. I still have to be providing for their needs for now and future. So be mindful of all those things. So start off with, if you're feeling good, then that's the right direction to go. And then even if it is unclear how far can you go before you know it's going to be clear, get started, right? Get started. Because a journey of about 3,000 miles, let's say from New York City to San Francisco, in California is a 3,000-mile journey, or if you talk in the Indian context, the journey from Kashmir to Kanyakumari is approximately 3,000 kilometers. So you don't see that far when you start the journey. You always travel in the right direction and probably have a visibility of maybe half a kilometer when you're driving, but at least you're headed in the direction, and you make that journey. And here is what happens. As you go in that direction, you keep expanding your visibility, and then you see that there are roads that open up and lead you into that direction. So sometimes even if you don't know, if I take this path, where will I end up? Get started on that path. The next opening will show up only when you're on that path, right? So get started. And then also make sure that, if you have multiple choices to make, let's say, in my case, it was very clear. I wanted to be a teacher, but in some people's cases, it may be that, I feel I should go become a financial consultant or a yoga teacher, or just take up a job in the university, or maybe become a real estate agent. It depends, right? People have different options running in their mind. It doesn't matter. Whatever you choose, just test it out to see where is the maximum value that you can give to people, and where you feel really the most happy in your heart, right? So the principle of maximum benefit, in the Eastern philosophies, it's called Bahujan Hitaya. Where is it that you can give maximum benefit and value among these 4 career choices? That's one consideration. Second, what is it that you already have in your life as knowledge, skill, experience that can be used the best in one of these 4 options you have, right? Which means you don't have to put a lot more effort. Like 20% of your effort should bring 80% of the result in any of these 4 options you choose from, right? So use that principle, the 20-80 rule, the maximum benefit rule, the feelings of the heart, and then get started. Follow the guidance. And here is the last and the most important thing. Never ever get discouraged by the mind's thoughts then that comes and says, oh, you don't have enough knowledge, you don't have enough skills, you have to spend a lot of time and effort and investment, and things may not go right. Don't get too bogged down by that. Don't engage in the mind's journey. Instead, shift that awareness to praying to nature, praying to universe, to give you the best guidance, to send the right people, right resources at the right time, and be open and receptive for everything that comes your way, with surrender, not give up, or not out of vulnerability or weakness, but out of faith. Surrender that nature will give you the right direction, because your intention is pure, right? You want to do it for the maximum benefit of others while trying to pursue your heart's calling and earn a livelihood out of it, right? So all of these things nature will certainly support. So don't listen to the discouraging thoughts of your mind. Pray to nature and take that surrender approach, where you say to nature, I surrender to thy will, use my body-mind mechanism, help me find that balance between living my heart out, following my heart's calling, while making a livelihood or an earning out of it, and therefore feel happy and not bored or constrained or bonded in what I'm doing now, right? So try and look at these factors and see if it helps. Follow the gut instinct, check the feeling, get started. Don't do a direct cutoff, balance it out. Don't get discouraged by your mind's thoughts. Look at the 80-20 rule. See where the maximum benefit is. Pray to the nature, pray to God, Guru, whoever you believe in, and be open with surrender. And I bet nature will guide you like it did to me 5 years ago. And I've never been happier as a teacher I was happy as a management consultant working around the world, but I'm more happy as a teacher working with youth. So these are some of the things that work for me. Hopefully it works for you as well. Try it out. Would welcome your thoughts, comments, and questions, if any. And then I'll talk to you in another Empty Talk video. Until then, take care and love and peace to all of you. Bye-bye.